Hello, David here, and the project for today is unboxing a portable oral irrigator. You're not supposed to say water pick because it's not made by water pick, but it does what a water pick does. It shoots a stream of water through your teeth to get all that dirt and gunk out of there. So let's see what we get in the box. Did I mention that it was packed really tight? Oh, there's a note telling you how lucky you are because you get a gift. If you go online, you could get 7 water flossing jet tips. There's a book of instructions in 5 different languages. Shows you where your teeth are, in case you don't know where that's at. Got a bag. Nope, it's not a bag, it's a box. I'm sorry. I don't know, if I can't believe their description of a bag, how am I going to follow their instructions? Okay, here's a cord, power cord, USB on one end. What happened? How do you turn this thing off? Whoa, kind of looks like a Marmalade, doesn't it? There's a little dongy thing. So in the box you already get 7 water tips. So if there's only 2 of you, you better start producing children. And I see there's different colors here, so you could assign a color code to people. There's black and blue and purple and pink and green. Kind of looks like a coffee grinder, doesn't it? I wonder. There it is, a box again. I got a feeling that's the name of the company, ABOX. I'm going to read the directions. Be right back. Okay, before you use it for the first time, it has to be fully charged. So pull that little plug out of there. Put this one in. It only goes one way. Plug the USB plug into some type of power source. I'm going to plug it into my laptop. And these lights are going on. That shows it's charging. Instructions say during the charging process, do not use the product. So just let it sit. I just noticed from the instruction book that I mispronounced oral irrigator. It should be oral irrigator. I can't pronounce it. It's a new word to me. But anyway, the model number is FC159. Okay, let's put a tip in there. To put a tip in there, you just push it in the top of the handle until it clicks into place. And to remove the tip, push this eject button with a triangle on it and then pull up. To add water into the reservoir, here's how the reservoir comes off. You just twist it about 10 degrees. It's got a little bayonet mount. But the instructions mention putting water in by opening this tip and add water that way. I don't know why you just can't put water in here and then put the handle on. Getting some ideas. Okay, this product has a memory function. Once you select a mode, it will keep even on that mode when you turn it off. The standard, soft, and massage modes can be switched even when the device is off. After operating for 2 minutes, the product will automatically switch off. When long press mode button for more than 3 seconds, remaining battery power will be displayed by indicator lights. That doesn't make sense. Who wrote this book? When long press mode button for more than 3 seconds, remaining battery power will be displayed by indicator lights, which is probably these lights. Pulse, soft, and normal. Here's the mode button and then the on-off switch. I can't use them now because the thing is charging, so I'll work on that later. During recharge, the 3 display lights will flash. When all 3 display lights are constantly on, this indicates the power is recharged fully. During usage, if all 3 display lights are flashing, this indicates that the product's power is insufficient and recharging is required. I already mentioned during recharge a product cannot be used. Rotate the tip dial in order to adjust the direction of the water flow. So I guess instead of turning your hand, you turn this dial like that to change the direction. Hold the device at a downward slant. Put the tip in the mouth and direct the tip at the teeth before turning on the device. When the water flow and the gums are at a 90-degree angle, and slightly close your mouth in order to avoid the water spraying out to achieve the best results. First clean the teeth, the rear teeth, and begin to apply to the front teeth. Slide the water flow along the gums as well. Pause briefly between teeth until the area around the gums and spaces between the teeth are fully cleaned. Switch off the power and empty the water tank. Using both hands, use your left hand to hold the body and your right hand to hold the water tank, and rotate downwards in a counterclockwise direction to remove the water tank, which I already did. For battery maintenance, prior to initial usage, the device must be fully charged by 1 amp hour or above for 4 hours. If you're storing it for a long period of time, fully charge the device in advance. In order to maximize the life of the battery, promptly recharge when power is insufficient. If you use your water flosser once a day or less, it's recommended that you charge it once a week. If you use it twice a day or more, charge it more frequently. Well, that makes sense. Battery disposal. This device contains a lithium battery which can't be changed. At the end of the battery life, throw the whole thing away. At a recycling center, of course. We wouldn't throw it in the trash now, would we? Troubleshooting. Leakage of water between the tip and the screw part. The seal ring on the fixed socket for the tip is damaged and the tip cannot be installed properly. Get a new tip. Water tank leaks, the seal ring is loose, try reinstalling it correctly. Inadequate pressure, could be low voltage, battery's not charged. Device cannot be switched on, once again low voltage, recharge the battery, or the battery may be dead and not chargeable. Product is not discharging water, the filtration net is clogged, clean the filtration net. Be nice if the instructions showed where the filtration net is. The water tank sides are leaking water. Air entry hole is producing water. Standard phenomenon, high air pressure principle. So don't use it in high pressure. Nowhere does it show where the air entry hole is. I don't see an air entry hole. Okay, I don't see a filter screen on the bottom. Aha! On the pickup tube, there might be a screen in there, and I imagine you might have to pull this tube out and blow some air in the opposite direction. There could be a blow on this end, I suppose. Let's see if there's a filter on this end. Push this release button. No, I'm looking in there. I don't see a screen. Go back to live action. Okay, so I've already determined that this manual is not complete, because over here on the next page we're getting into German. A reminder, for your first time to use, select the soft mode in order to avoid the gums bleeding due to lack of adaptation to usage. After 2 weeks of use, there should be improvements. If bleeding occurs after 2 weeks, it may be a dental issue and you should see a professional dentist. It's not recommended that the product be used by people with oral ulcers or open sores or STDs, I imagine. Gotta watch who you hang out with. For people with dental implants, please use this product with the guidance of your dentist. And this is warranted for 1 year for non-human malfunctions. If you bought this through Amazon, the documentation is not required. Only the order form number needs to be provided. I need to go into more detail on these flossing tips. These, okay. These tips, purple, pink, green, and blue, are your standard water jet tips. Now here's another green one. It's got brushes on the end. I suppose that's when you got lettuce between your teeth or something. Whoops, this ring just fell off. I imagine that's a sealant, an O-ring type of sealer. Okay, this black one, this feels like rubber. Are you focusing on that? Could be silicone. This other tip, this has a brush on the end. See that? This is purple. There's the black one. I don't know if this other one focused. Let's go back to the green one right here. This is the green one that's got the brush on it for the lettuce in your teeth. Here's the other. And the instruction book doesn't say what these different tips are for. I guess they assume we're all adults and we brushed our teeth before and you're supposed to know what everything does. Let's test it with some water in the reservoir. You have to turn it firmly to lock the reservoir on that lock spot to keep the water from dripping out. If it's not closed all the way, water will drip out. So it's not dripping right now. Let's try one of these settings. Turn it on. Oh, there it goes. Squirting water all over the place. See that? Here's the mode. That's normal. That's soft. That's cold. I'll leave it on soft. Right, I'm going to try it now. You got to make sure to lean over the sink so the water drops out of your mouth. You're just kind of someone like, it's like being in a nursing home when you're drooling. You either need a bib or do it over the sink, or you can even use it when you're in the shower. So I just had grape nuts for breakfast, so I got grape nutty teeth. So let's see what happens. The setting is on soft. I'm going to start it with the thingy in my mouth. Whoa! Whoa! Getting all over the place. I hope someone comes in here and cleans up the bathroom. It's really important to do this, guys, because that food that gets in your teeth and even below the gum line gets rotten, and that causes tooth decay. But look at the mirror. Let's take a look at what's going on here. That's all the food. That's the grape nuts that came out of my mouth. I suppose if you're a recycler, you could pick it up and then eat it, or maybe feed it to your dog. But that's just me. Look at the water spots on the mirror. Can you see that? With all the mess, I think it's best to use it in the shower. And note, I didn't fill it. Where's that thing? I didn't fill it through the filling port right there. Whoops. Well, that's another mess to clean up. Well, when you grab it, it wants to turn itself on, because when you grab it, you always touch this on-off button. So when you grab it, get the reservoir out. I just fill it through there. It's easier. Especially if you got one of those faucets that sprays rather than pours. There you go. It does do a thorough job of cleaning. So, I recommend it. I know what you guys are waiting for. You want to know if this water thingy can detail your car. Let's get in on a detail and see if we can clean it up. So it gets in there pretty good, but you got to be careful with the aim. If you're off a little bit, you won't get any water in there. And it does get deep into the crevices. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up on car detailing. Thanks for watching. Okay, so it won't get pine needles out of your teeth. By the way, a full reservoir will give you less than 2 minutes of cleaning time, so it really pumps out a lot of water.